What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 125 of Fresh Off the Mats. Here with the Jiu-Jitsu Joes. Fuck.
You have to lead this one, bro. I ain't got shit to update, man. I'm slamming school. So I don't know what's happening in the world.
What's happening in the world is people are having meltdowns.
Why?
Because people are like, oh, they're deportating. Did I even use the right word? Deporting.
There we go.
That's how tired I am. They're deporting everybody, and it's like, dude, the law enforcement officers here that I've talked to, they're all like, no, we're deporting criminals. Like, we're deporting like people who have like felonies and shit like that. We're not deporting like the random 10-year-old that moved here 5 years ago with his parents. Like,
I feel like that's probably what's being sold on TV.
Yeah, don't watch the news. Didn't we end the last episode with don't watch the news because it just ends up ruining your day? Don't watch the news. Live ignorance is bliss, bro. That's what I do.
Let's be ignorant to the news.
I don't know. I get my news from things that like people send me.
So there was
like if there's like big things that happen.
The page I follow is Real News No Bullshit. I follow them.
Yeah.
Because they literally just, and they're non-biased. Even like when the campaign was going on, they give both the Republican side and the Democrat side. They don't put an opinion. They're just like, here's what the Republican said, here's what the Democrat said. That's it. Like
your information.
You're now informed.
Opinion.
That's it. Form your own opinion off the information, but
it's so tough nowadays because you can't tell how slanted certain things are, especially like, yeah, bro, I got OCD. I got to make sure the camera's on.
You need to get like a mirror.
I know.
Just put a mirror right there.
I know. Actually, when I used to do that other podcast with my buddy Angelo, I used to set up a long mirror behind it just so I can make sure that it's continuously going. Yeah, I don't know. News could always be slanted, man. That's the problem is everybody, because the internet is so open, everybody has an opinion, so everybody has their take on it, and everything's always slanted one way or the other. Like, I see friends of mine that, like, they'll post something, and they'll purposely slant their post in a way that I'm like, you know you're not being unbiased with this kind of post. Like, you're purposely slanting it or you're wording it in a certain way. I'm like, bro, we got to stop with this Instagram journalism. I hate it. It's so stupid, dude.
It's not
I mute people.
Did you see what?
Did you know you can mute people on Instagram? Yeah. I do that. There's so many people that I'm like, you pop up in my algorithm too much. You're going to mute you.
Unfollow.
Because, like, they're people I'm friends with, but they, it's nothing against them. It's just some of the things they post is stupid. Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't want to see. I don't want to see your 30 stories about how like you think the world is coming to the end. So I mute you. I like you. I want to see your posts here and there, but I don't want to see it that often. Yeah. I'd rather see not weird shit. I don't know. I think it's a good button to have. You just mute people. So I'm sure a lot of people mute me. You should. The amount of magic videos I post are fucking annoying, bro. But it works, so I just keep doing it.
I was about to say it's what's supposed to work for you. It's not what anyone else cares about.
Yeah, but like I would never take offense. Like if Travis said I have you muted because your videos just keep popping up, I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't be offended. Like, how could you mute me?
Pop up on my algorithm like crazy. Like your post will randomly show up, but it's not like my feed is just made up of you. So it's like, I don't know.
I post there's minimum 3 times a day. Sometimes it's as much as 5, like days I'm posting the podcast, like 5 posts a day. But like, I don't care. Just mute me. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to be offended. I would mute me. If I was friends with me, I'd 100%.
But I mean, that's also the case of social media is like, bro, you literally pay attention to what you want. That's why I don't understand how people just don't scroll past things. Yeah. Like it's pay attention to what you want to pay attention to.
Bro. Like, haters are so real. Like they're just to be like, I don't know. It's such a sad existence. Just keep scrolling.
Now what?
Just you brought it up like comments and shit. Like people who just can't keep it scrolling. It's just you live such a sad life. I feel bad for you.
I've caught myself sometimes where like I've seen someone like say something dumb and I want to go comment and I was like, what am I doing? Like this is the internet.
I've done that where like I'd go to like defend somebody. Yeah. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't got to do this.
Yeah, that's like I did it yesterday.
The only comments I write are positive comments. Like I'm like, oh, great job, or that card was awesome.
Yeah,
like, or fire emojis,
like something to like encourage positive, it. But like outside of that, like when it comes to like arguing with someone,
if you're
if you see me arguing with someone on social media, just know I had a lot of time to spare and I was bored out of my mind.
And
Like,
you're probably
that's-
defending somebody. That's the only
or I was just, I'm gonna be honest. There's sometimes where it's like, remember when I was telling you I scrolled all the way through my messages.
oh my God.
So
I
sometimes
couldn't
like
do
that, where it's like where I have nothing and I'm literally just like, well, I don't want to play a game, don't want to watch TV. I might fucking argue with someone.
I don't do that. That's a lot of energy I don't have in me.
Just sit there.
I don't-
Because my thing, I imagine sometimes like, and this is rare. It's not like I have like this is not like a weekly or daily occurrence. This is just like when it happens. Just know I'm on the other side of that phone, hoping you're writhing and just like squirt. Because I'm most likely sitting in a bed, either upside down, just doing something weird, and just laughing that I'm probably pissing you off. And that's most likely what my reaction is. So just know that if you ever see me arguing with someone, just know I was having so much fun on the other side.
I do too. So like I never like I said, I keep my comments positive. When I initiate comments, it's always positive. The only time you'll ever catch me writing negative comments or like going at people is when they've started it.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's like, I've had people.
All right, Gordon Ryan.
Huh?
I said, all right, Gordon Ryan.
Why is that what he does? I don't follow.
Yeah.
Gordon
So
Ryan.
he
just because like it became too much with like the boobs and shit. Just keep
dude.
Bro,
like I don't.
yeah,
Oh, it's because that. I don't understand.
It's the sandal company.
The toehold.
Yeah, but their whole thing is to show sexy women and shit.
Okay.
But like I just
understand how
unfollowed
that
him
sells
because
sandals.
it became egregious that every time I opened my phone around Danielle, I just had tits bouncing in front of it. And I'm like, listen, I'm a man, and she would not be upset at it. But like, it became too much, even for me to see every time I open my phone.
And that's the thing.
Like, I'll be before kids class, open my Instagram. It's like, well, yeah. So I unfollowed him.
Yeah, those are the ones like I won't like their posts anymore because I'm like, dude, like what the fuck, man.
But that's the only time I go negative in comments is when people initiate it, and like it's more on YouTube that I catch it than on Instagram. But like YouTube, like I get a lot of nerds who are like,
I was about to say you get a lot of positive on Instagram.
Mostly positive, but like every once in a while I get the guy who's like, you know, you're just a meathead, like blah, 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 or you shouldn't be in the community, like when it comes to like nerd shit for Magic the Gathering. Dude, on YouTube, I get some negative ones. That's where weird. If I mispronounce a card name wrong, which I don't know if you've ever seen some of these card names.
You should be responding with whatever nerd.
No, bro, I go at them.
No, dude.
Bro, I'm like, nerd. You're just a jealous cunt bitch who's sitting in his mom's basement. Like I go hard. I don't like play the like taps and stuff. Like if you come at me with like a tap, like, oh, you're a meathead, I'm knocking you the fuck out in my next comment. Like it's a wrap, dog. We're not. And I do the same thing for Instagram. If you come at me with a little tap, like, oh, you're a bitch, I'm coming at you. I'm gonna look up your Instagram. If you have dead relatives, I'm gonna bring up your dead relatives. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Like, and that's why your mama died.
Yeah, that's why your mom's dead. They're high-fiving each other up there. Bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't play that shit because the thing is, if you let people do this like pitter-patter shit, they think that they could just get away with that in life. And it's like, no, bitch, this is just the internet. You wouldn't do this to my face.
Well, you saw what happened with that guy that confronted Conor. He was like, Habib's the best. Yeah, go Habib in front of Conor McGregor. Obviously, there's a big beef there. So Conor turned around and then he walks right up to the dude and then spits in his face. Oh, and the guy just sat there. Like at first he's like smiling, thinking this shit's funny. And then Conor spits on him. You see the smile go away. And then Conor just looks at him and he goes, yeah, you're not going to do nothing, bitch. And then walked away. He goes, this isn't the internet. What are you going to do now? What are you doing now? And it's like, bro, honestly, that's needed for people because it's like people are so comfortable.
Did I tell you about the guy I Googled on YouTube? No. He wrote a shitty comment. This was like a year ago on my YouTube page. And I copy and pasted his YouTube name into Google.
Yeah, you found him on Instagram. And it
popped up on Instagram. And I DM'd him on Instagram like, what's up, fat motherfucker? Like, I went hard. I was like,
so you fat bitch.
You fat motherfucker talking shit online. You talking shit about me and my goofy ass.
You never told me if you responded.
He blocked me. He blocked me. He blocked me. He read that comment and then his page is public. He blocked me.
You talked all that shit. And then
you talk all that shit online until it's time, bro.
I mean, have you seen that one video? It's like this dude, it's like they're on Omegle or some shit. And it's this black guy, and he's talking to this white dude.
Is that the random camera app?
Yeah.
Where you randomly
where it just starts going through.
What was the other one? Chat Roulette back in the day?
Yeah,
was that the
Chat Roulette and Omegle. But he was just talking on it, and this guy like started just saying some racist stuff, like just calling him a monkey and all that. And he was just like, you guys just do nothing but like take all the white women and all that. And so the guy so the black kid waited till he was like, he took a breath, and then he goes, why are you looking like the relative of like Peter Griffin or some shit like that? And then like you see the guy like kind of pause, and then he continued hitting him with more. And the guy, like, you can see his demeanor just like shrivel because he like was just getting destroyed by this dude. He goes, no. Because then he saw him like start reaching. He goes, no, don't reach for that mouse now. He's like, don't be a bitch about this now. He goes, don't start all that shit and then look all sad like you're the victim. Yeah. Remember, you started this with me.
Yeah. Bro, the problem is the internet made people get too confident to like just talk shit behind a keyboard.
Yeah.
Until people could find you. Why would you talk shit on YouTube and it's the same as your Instagram name? That's why I love those hackers who are like, oh, you live in Kentucky. And they're like, wait, how do you know that?
The ones I and the hackers, like a they find chat or some shit. They're just like, you better shut up before I go to your house. They don't know where I live, and they spit out their address.
Because nothing's more scary than somebody who knows where you are, but you don't know who the fuck they are. Yeah,
that's terrifying. Because imagine if they are like legitimate crazy, not just knowing how to run an IP address, but like just psychotic.
But there's no greater feeling to make you look over your shoulder.
This was like 6 or 8 months ago, some shit like that. Asian kid, he did that. A dude was bullying him. He found his IP, told him his address. He goes, I'm going to come fuck you up. He showed up. He went to his house and attempted to kill him. I don't know if he actually, I don't remember if he actually killed him or like just stopped at an attempt. But the dude was talking shit, and then he was just like, all right, bitch. Found his address and then went to his house. He was like in another state. The dude went out of his way. That's what I mean. Like, you're playing a game, man.
Bro, you're playing with some dangerous areas like that. I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. I also just like, I always put it out there. I'm like, you guys can find me at any time. Like, I'll send them the gym's address on YouTube. I'll just be like, this is the gym's address. You come find me anytime. Someone's going to
come by and do a drive-by on this.
I don't give a damn, bro.
I do.
Business is business. I got plenty of people who have guns in here, including me.
That's awesome. Imagine if someone did that and then everyone in here started busting back, bro.
What would you do if at the end of the parking lot you saw some guy running with like some Final Fantasy VII big sword nerd motherfucker like, I'm going to kill Joe Kanto, the Magic Gatherer. And we're all just like, wait till he gets to here and just light him up.
I'll just wait till he walks in and be like, think again, bro. Think again. It's like,
I don't know, man. People just be pussy sometimes. I don't know.
I don't get it.
That's how you want to conduct your life. That's
what I also like. I'm like, that's how you want to live. Like, that's. Like,
do you enjoy that aspect of living?
That's what I don't get. It's like, dude, like, I'm not trying to be like this. Oh, like, oh, be positive, always be happy type deal. But it's like, bro.
But it's better to live your life that way.
Yeah, it's like you feel better, bro. Like, you're gonna be happier. It's like, I don't know, man.
Your happiness is determined on you. Your happiness in life, honestly, like, and I understand that outside shit could happen to make you an unhappy person. I get that. But a majority, 90% of your happiness is determined on you. You let things affect you in a certain way in life that fuck with your happiness.
You know who's good at that? Mac is so good at being positive about even like little, like, bro, I can't complain to that girl about anything because she'll find the positive in it. And I love it though. Cause it's like, cause I don't think that way. I'm very pessimistic in that type of like any type of thought process like that, where I can hone in on the negative and be like, yeah, these are all the bad things that happen. And she'll be like, yeah, but what about this good thing? Yeah. And I'm just like, I didn't think about that. She goes, yeah, that's always a possibility. And I'm like, yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not to her extreme, but I lean more that way where it's like, you have two options. You could either be really bummed out and like down on shitty things that happen, or you could keep moving forward. Yeah. And like, for me, it's like, bro, I got to keep moving forward. I don't got time, man. Like people just like get all up in this bullshit of like drama and nonsense and allowing, the thing is like social media, allowing people to bug you, bro. Don't allow those motherfuckers to bug you. Who gives a fuck?
The internet's not real, man.
The onus is on them. Yeah. The onus is on them. If they want to have a problem with you, if they want to make cute little comments on Instagram, if they want to make cute little hashtags, if they want to jab at you in a certain way or talk bad about you in a certain way, that's on them. They have to sleep with that at night, not you. You have the option to just be like, I don't give a fuck.
Are they going to go to sleep and be like, yeah, I fucking...
Yeah, I made a post that was a dig at them, and I feel good about myself. That's great. Guess who gives a fuck? Nobody. Nobody cares.
It's so weird.
Nobody cares. You know why? Because that post is going to get lost with the millions of other posts in the universe that happen in a day. And a month from now, nobody's going to be like, oh, remember that post they made a month ago jabbing at that person? That was a good job on me. Nobody's going to talk about it. So you got this instant gratification, this instant dopamine hit because you had 12 people like your post, but nobody gives a fuck.
And probably half of them didn't even read your content.
Yeah, they just saw that you posted something.
Like, bro, hello, that you're going to get likes from me.
Yeah, but you're just a loser who's just like fixate on this thing. Dude, I don't know, man. In my life, I don't conduct business in my life like that.
Spending your energy like that is just...
No, because here's the thing. You could always find something to talk shit about, or you could work on yourself. I think your time is better spent on your dog business, on your personal training business, on your schoolwork, on your wife, on your dogs. It doesn't benefit you in any way to go online and go talk shit about people. Yeah. Like, you got to focus your priority. And these are the same people who are like, my life is falling apart. Everything's terrible in my life. Yeah, because you don't focus on your priorities in life. You're too busy worrying about other people's bullshit than your own bullshit.
How that works too. It's always the same people that like you. I get most of the time, if someone is bitching about the status of their life, I guarantee that they're too focused on others and think everyone else is doing something, or they're just lucky. Like
they think they're the main character.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Like that. It's like you're your main character.
Yeah, but nobody gives a fuck about you.
Yeah, but no one else cares. Like, bro, just go get your shit done. And just like in a video game, like, in order to progress, you have to do the work to level up. Like, it's just, but you can't go, if I was playing a game and I'm trying to level up my character, but I watched you play a game the whole time and I watched you level up, I'm not going to ever level up because I'm not doing anything.
No.
But if I watch you, be like, oh, look at him. And then if you get so far ahead of me and I'm like, oh, wow, you're just lucky. It's like, no, you're not lucky. You were literally doing what you were just focusing on yourself while I was over here just focusing on you. Like, that's the thing. And it's like, bro, that was like a nerdy way to fucking go about life. But I mean, it works, man. It works, like,
bro. Too often, there's too many cunts that are worrying about other people and other people's situations instead of their own. And their situation sucks balls. So here's your memo to work on your own bullshit, bro. That's all you got to do is focus on yourself and don't worry about what others are doing. It worked for me.
It works. It works for everyone. Go talk to, literally, find anyone that is like actually successful. Like someone that is running a good business, that is financially secure, like mentally stable, meaning like they're like, you could be fucking wild, but you know what I mean? Like you're not fucking teeter-tottering on anything. And it's just like,
you think eBay is a big company?
Yeah.
You would say eBay is like what, a top 25 company? Yeah. You think Jeff Bezos at Amazon give a fuck about what eBay is doing on a daily basis?
He never cared.
He never cared.
Never cared.
He worked from the bottom and didn't give a fuck.
And everyone.
And guess what? They both could coexist.
All the people who also were shitting on Jeff Bezos when he was starting, they were like, "Oh, but we already have things like that. Why would you be successful?" He didn't give a shit. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna turn my book selling website
into the biggest search engine to find whatever you want to buy,
bro." Yeah. And it all came down to, he was like, "Yeah, fuck everyone else. I'm gonna just do my own thing."
Yeah, like that's the mentality you gotta have in life. Fuck everyone else. I don't care about this stupid shit.
And not even into like, and you know what I think turns people away from that? They think that means to be an asshole. Like, no. Still care about the people that are around you. Like, you focusing on yourself, you don't understand, like, people don't understand like that selfishness, that bit of selfishness that you'll give to yourself in that aspect will most likely radiate to others. Because when you start focusing on yourself, you're going to realize like, oh, I have so much more to give to other people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like you said, like with me, and for example, I have school to focus on. I have my wife to focus on. I got my dogs to focus on. I have my clients to focus on. So if I started focusing on myself to make myself better, what's most likely going to happen to all those things? Those are all going to improve.
They're all going to succeed. And here's the thing. It makes you more enjoyable because you'll put yourself in a better position in life. It makes you more enjoyable to be around.
You literally get to walk around stress-free.
Yes. So guess what? If you're enjoyable to be around, that means when we hang out, we have friendly interactions, they're going to be mainly positive, as opposed to like listening to some negative Nancy who's always bitching about their situation.
And think about environments too. What's happening mostly in bars? People go meet up so they can just go bitch, cry, and complain. They're not doing something positive for themselves. They're literally they're drinking. They're trying to get drunk. They're trying to waste
20% of the time, it's just to celebrate. 80% of the time, it's what you said. It's negativity and all this.
That's what I mean. So it's like
20% of the time, it's like, oh, it's a birthday. We're celebrating.
Not only are you going out to just bitch and complain, but you're surrounding yourself by other people that are willing to do that as well in a negative environment. Like, again, you're not doing something to improve yourself. And people are going to try to make the argument, oh, well, you're getting it off your chest. Yeah, fucking go talk to someone, dude. Like, don't go get drunk and all that. Again, that's just setting you in a hole. Go figure out how to get out and then move forward.
Here's the thing. I have 10 people, 10 close friends that I know if I need to get something off my chest, I could just do that.
Yeah.
You don't got 10 friends. You don't got 5 friends that you could get shit off your chest with. And if you don't have those 5 friends for whatever reason,
some self-reflection.
Yeah, you guess what? There's always the option that you could pay a motherfucker to lie to you like he cares about your problems.
But that's what I mean. Like, again, and that's another thing to look at is like the same people who are most likely talking mad shit about people, who are so concerned about others' lives, who aren't doing well themselves. Go look at them. They also probably don't have many close people around them. And I'm not saying like you have to have 10, 20, 50 friends or something like that. Like you should have a small group of people that you really trust. But even then, it's like the fact that you could have those people shows most likely you're doing well because other people are gravitated towards you.
Correct.
When you're doing so bad and you're just this negative thing and you're just meh.
Bro, I don't want to hang out with negative people in our friend group and losers. I don't. I want to hang out with my friends who are doing well in life and push them to keep doing well. Hey, keep going, keep going. Do the dog training, do the personal training, get your degree. Cayman, go do your thing. Travis, go do your thing, build your business up. You got to push your friends to rise up. You don't want to fucking have a group of 5, 10 friends and 3 of them are fucking losers that are dragging the whole group down.
And I think that's the hardest part for people is like once they get to that and they're just like, oh, but I've known them forever. It's like, yeah, but sometimes it's time to grow. And that doesn't mean to have animosity. I don't understand why people can't just be like, yo, we just don't click. Like
There's just some friends that I was friends with 10 years ago that I'm just not as close with.
Yeah, it's just you're just not.
And it's not a negative towards them. It's just we're at different points in our life. And that, you can't take offense to that.
Yeah, and maybe the things you do just don't match. Again, like I have friends that love to go drink. I don't drink. I still talk to plenty of my friends. And I still hang out. I can hang out with people. Some people aren't down to hang out with someone that doesn't drink. Yeah. Like that's the thing. And it's like, all right, well, I don't.
But outgrowing people is not always a negative, bro. If you're a former heroin addict, I'm sure you had heroin friends.
Yeah.
When you recover and you're doing more positive in your life, you don't just like, people are not going to be like, oh, how could you forget about your friends? No, I outgrew the group of people. They're in a different spot than I am.
See, that was actually when I first started training, and it was like one of the first times I went out with you guys. And I remember like, I wasn't, obviously I don't drink. So when I went out and I was just telling you guys, I was like, you were like, hey, we're all ordering something from the bar, blah, blah, blah. What do you want? And I was like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was it. And then Travis questioned me, but he was just like, oh, wait, like you just don't want to drink? You don't drink? I was like, no, I just don't drink anymore. That was it. He was like,
yeah, but I didn't drink either.
Yeah. But no one was like a dickhead about it and no one forced it. It was like, okay, cool. Yeah. And so right there, I knew, I was like, all right, so this is so far a good group of people. Just off the rip, because it was like there was no like, oh, you need to drink. Oh, like you need to like this is something
you can't have a good time unless you're drinking.
There was no like getting shit on.
I don't drink. I drink, bro. I think you could count on one hand how many times you've seen me drink alcohol. Like I don't fucking drink ever. Yeah. But whatever. I don't know. It's just not my jam. I could go out and have fun with my friends and not have alcohol in my life.
Gross. After thinking about it more, like I started thinking about it, and I was like, alcohol is just disgusting. So but
it doesn't bother me if we go to Cowboy Up and hang out at the bar and everyone else is drinking. I'm drinking water or I'm drinking salsa.
And now like that's also what I do. I'm like, I can go hang out. And
I'm there for the hangout, for the people, for the night. I'm not there to like, oh, it has to consume X,
but that's what I mean. It's just like that's how people are so afraid to one make that change themselves and like also stand up for it. Like the amount of people that will just cave in situations like that. They're like, oh, well, I guess since everyone's drinking, let me just drink. Then they fall back in a hole. It's just like, no, find people that even if they drink, they won't force you to. Like, that's why I was so happy finding you guys, because it was like, oh, cool. Like, I don't have to. They don't give a shit. Not only that, like we all train.
It's not going to change my night, whether or not you drink or don't.
And that's what I mean.
But whether or not like this person does weed or doesn't do weed, it doesn't bother me. How does that affect my night?
It's still so funny how you say that.
No, but you get what I'm saying? Like people have their things. Listen, I don't care if you're smoking pot. I don't care if you're drinking alcohol. I don't care. As long as it doesn't affect me, why do I give a fuck? Yeah. I don't care. I like to gorge on food. I'm sure there are people that don't want to see a guy eat a dozen chicken wings and then a large pizza and gorge his face. Okay, my drug of choice is food. Okay.
I mean, that is something.
I mean,
it is a talent.
Sure
it's a talent that this guy has. It's kind of ridiculous.
I'm sure people at Nice Guys don't want to see that. They're like, oh, look at that fucking guy shove pizza down his guzzle and not even talk the whole time.
Seriously. Right once the food comes, you go quiet.
I go so quiet.
And then you
'Cause I'm
just
like,
sit, you're just sitting there just fucking munching, bro. I'm like, Jesus, dog. Like, become completely antisocial. You're like, food's here. I'm eating.
Yeah,
But that's what I mean. It's like, I think people are just so afraid to stand up for themselves in that sense. But then also, like,
you're hanging out with the wrong people.
yeah, they're so they don't want to, like, they want to move on, but they also are so afraid of just like hurting someone because like you guys don't click anymore. It's like, bro, if you don't click, you don't click, man. Like,
the second you feel uncomfortable in a group, it's time to move on.
just fucking
either make an adjustment or move
And
on.
again, it doesn't have to be like, hey, I don't like anything that you guys do. I don't approve. Like, you don't have to be
it doesn't
weird
have
about
to be
it,
a
bro.
blowout.
Yeah,
it could
it's
just be
literally
like,
like-
oh, I'm not going to hang out with them. on
Yeah, just like,
Fridays.
oh, okay, they invite you out. I'm probably not going to go out.
Yeah.
Don't want to. Okay, you guys are going out again. Probably not. You know what's going to most likely happen? I'm not saying ghosting is either thing either. You can ask someone, hey, try to invite them out to not be involved in whatever that type
Yeah.
of situation is. But once you guys start realizing, like, I invite all my buddies out to jiu-jitsu all the time because where am I at? Usually every day.
Yeah.
Obviously, currently it's been off, but usually my schedule was always here.
Yeah.
So when I tell people, like, yeah, you can come hang out at jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
and that's it. And then when people are like, oh, we never hang out anymore, you know where to find me. Like, I hang out with plenty of my friends every night
Yeah.
when I come to jiu-jitsu, all the time,
Same.
no issue.
Same.
So, and I'm happy. So when people are
if
like,
you
oh,
want to
we
assassinate
never hang
me,
out,
it's not hard to find me.
that's what I'm saying. Like, people know it, and I'm like, that's what
My schedule is very public.
But that's what I mean. It's like the people don't know how to just find that other group.
I don't know. I think it also comes with maturity. Like I see a lot of guys in their 20s.
Oh yeah,
early
the younger
20s,
you are, it's going to be
they
harder.
want to be accepted by
And-
everybody, so they try to, like Play-Doh, they try to mold to
See,
everybody.
I wouldn't even say accepted by everyone. What I think it
They
is,
want to fit in with everybody.
they don't. I wouldn't say that. I would say they don't know where they fit in yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
But that's why they conform
yeah, so
to
they're
everything.
just trying because they're like,
trying to
where
mold to
where do
everything.
I fit?
Yeah.
Because then they're going to
When
try
you
to
get
find
to a
what they're
certain
comfortable with.
point, I know I hit this point. I think you did too,
Yeah.
where it's just like, yeah, no, I'm not going out at 11 p.m. Sorry.
No.
It's no offense to you. If you call me up and you're like, hey, at midnight, we're going to go do XYZ. If I'm in the mood for it, I'll do it. But
Yeah.
I also have no problem telling you when you call me, hey, man, it's just, I'm not doing that tonight.
Travis talks about that a lot
Yeah.
with me. He goes, you know what I give you credit for? I was like, what's up? He goes, when you say no, you mean it. And I was
Yeah.
like, why? He goes, because I've asked you to come out plenty of times, and you've literally just blatantly been like, no. And
Yeah.
I'll say why, and you're like, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
He's like, who? He's like, no one ever just says that. And I'm like, I feel like that's a normal thing that people should do. Is
Yeah.
if you don't want to do it, just say no. And then when people are like, oh, don't you feel bad? No.
No.
Good. I'm happy.
I don't feel bad.
I'm happy.
I don't
My
feel bad.
happiness
Yeah.
fucking matters, bro.
If
I
I'm
wanna-
in the mood to do it, I'll do it. If I'm not in
Exactly.
the mood to do it, I'm sorry.
Bro, if I want to
You lost
stay
me. I'm not
home,
gonna do
play
it.
some video games,
You could
and
beg me
relax,
till you all are blue in the face. I am not going skydiving with
No,
y'all.
you already have to.
Could suck
You already
my
have
balls.
to. You already have to.
No,
You said
I
it.
just-
Your post, screenshotted and forever saved, said, I will do anything but shark diving. And he didn't go on. I have the screenshot.
I
I got the screenshot of the comments too. Doesn't matter what
I
you
was
meant.
tired
Don't
when I
matter.
wrote that post,
No,
and
he
I
wasn't.
didn't write
It was
dot
midday.
etc
No,
things like
no,
this.
No.
Yeah,
He even
so-
tagged Cayman and
Yeah,
everything. He's
you
stuck
know,
with
I
it.
just,
We're going skydiving.
fuck we are, bro.
We are.
Fuck we are.
I'll tattoo to my back.
You're gonna have to pay for me. You're gonna have to
That's fine.
drug me. You're gonna have to drag me
That's
there,
fine,
and
too.
you're gonna have to push me out of the fucking plane. And
I mean,
you better fucking
you're gonna
run
be
fast once
you're
we
gonna
land.
be strapped to a guy, so it'll be pretty funny to watch.
Does anybody go unconscious when skydiving?
Yeah. Have you not seen those videos?
And then they're like a
They
noodle.
wake
They're
up-
like, they're
Yeah,
like,
no.
are their limbs like?
Look up people who pass out mid-fight, and they'll pass out, and then they wake up and "Ah!" It's funny. It's because that force too makes their face look so funny when they wake up. They're like, "Ah!"
But their limbs, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you have a bad shoulder and when
Well,
you go
I
limp,
think,
it just.
no, they're more like heavy. They'll just be like that. So
Bro.
that's all I've ever seen.
Can you imagine you pay for a 20-second experience and you miss
But
10 seconds? of it?
Edgar was saying his guy kept spinning, and Edgar had to be like, "Bro, I'm gonna puke," and the guy pulled out a fucking puke bag midair. It was just like, "Here you go."
How does that help? What do you go like? Do you put it?
I don't fucking know. That's
Do you
what I
aim
mean.
it up, or do you puke down? or
Probably
do
you just attach it to your face. You're
and then do you hold it? I'm not holding it the whole way down. I'm gonna let it. God take care of it.
Imagine walking. And you just get fucking slammed by a back. Just puke.
Next time you think you're having a bad day, realize you could be walking in the world and a bag of puke nails you in the head.
Oh, I'd be so mad.
Oh, we'll see you guys next week.
the amount of anger that would run through my body.
Vicious.